AFTV Tade 2-2. It feels like a loss. It really does. What did you make of it?
It is a loss as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if you want to win, the Premier League, which is what we're going for, you shouldn't be losing these kind of games. Especially when a team like Fulham goes one man down and then you concede after that. That's really poor.
Yeah.
Poor defending, too many mistakes today from some of our quality players. It was an eyesore. Really, it was an eyesore. And, obviously I watched a lot of interviews today and a lot of people were talking about Havertz. I was actually going to talk about him today as well. I think the Havertz experiment should end, in my opinion. I think it should end because he hasn't proven himself to me yet, and he hasn't proven that 65 million that we bought him for, in my opinion. Three games. I get that. I get the fact that we're 4 games including Community Shield. Yeah. I get the fact that it's too early, but we fans are the same fans that don't give the coaches time. We don't give the coaches time. So as far as I'm concerned, I want these guys to hit the ground running. We are living in a very impatient. Hang on. We are living in a very impatient world right now. And now people want to win. People don't have time anymore. And secondly, the only reason I'm criticizing Havertz is simply because of the way he plays. Is because of the way he plays. He doesn't inspire me as a player. He doesn't inspire me as a fan watching. He was on that pitch today, and yes, there were a lot of poor players, but I think he was poorer than many of those other players that you have mentioned, in my opinion. He was very invisible. He doesn't do much for me, for him to say he needs to be starting games. And I'm beginning to wonder, is it the fact that because we bought him for that cost, we really want to make sure that, we prove that he's the man to be in there? No, you don't. Look, if this guy is not performing, chuck him out. The midfield I prefer, right, is Rice, Tade and Odegaard, and we saw that in Man City game. There's a bit more balance, both attacking and defensively. You want balance. Now, when you see Havertz in a game, he skews the shape of the team, in my opinion. It's almost like he doesn't really know what he needs to do. He doesn't create enough chances. He doesn't help win tackles. He doesn't even win header, and he's very poor.
There was a stat that I heard before today's game that he's won more duels than any other Arsenal player.
That was in the last game, as far as I'm concerned. Majority of that came in the last game. Majority.
No, he's won more duels than any other Arsenal player.
I agree.
So far.
What I'm saying is majority of that came in the last game.
But it don't matter. He's won more.
Now, are you telling me that you're going to look at Havertz and get inspired by the way he plays for us, Robbie?
Listen,
answer that question, honestly.
Yeah, I'll answer it for you. I think he's been very disappointing today. I don't think he's, got anybody off their seat since he's come in, but it's only 3 games. I think, you said we're living in a very impatient world, and you're right, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing that we're totally impatient, because you know what, you're not going to, you have to have patience if you're going to win a league. You have to. You know what I mean? Manchester City started off last season very slowly. They won the league comfortably in the end.
Yeah.
So you do have to have patience. So just the fact that we're living in an impatient world doesn't mean that's a good thing.
I totally agree.
It probably means that sometimes, if you're in charge, you have to take a step back and say, right, I can't listen to all the noise around me. I'm going to have to be a bit patient with this player. And we see many players. We've seen many players over the years, not just at Arsenal, but at many other clubs, get off to a slow start at a club, and Grealish is a perfect example, and then next minute, they're the star of the show. So I'm saying after 3 games to say, hold on, wait a minute. I'm saying after 3 games to say the experiment is over is ridiculous. So I'm going to be honest.
No, it is over because, okay, before I answer
so what are you going to do?
Hang on, listen. You are the coach right now of Arsenal Football Club. Are you going to start Havertz in the next game?
I would have started with the combination that you said, but that doesn't mean...
are you going to start Havertz in the next game?
No, I wouldn't. But that doesn't mean it's...
So hold on. What I'm trying to say... Hang on, what I'm simply trying to say is he needs to fight for his place. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
hang on. And he hasn't, for me right now...
That's fine. If you're saying it that way, that's fine.
For me right now, the fight he's giving in that ring is not good enough.
Right.
That's the point.
Okay, that's fine.
So he needs to be benched and he needs to fight. Look at Vieira. Vieira has done more. Vieira has done more.
Hold on. Wait 1 second.
Let me finish.
No, let me finish. Why didn't you? That's what you should have said in the first place, right? Because you said the experiment is over.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Get rid.
It is.
Right?
No, not get rid. That's not what I said.
All right, cool.
That's not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. I never said get rid. The experiment of forcing him to start, that's what I mean.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, are we clear? the experiment of forcing him to start, that's what I'm attacking. Because it seems like he's being forced to start. I'm not saying,
that's cool. That's cool.
You should know me by now. I'm not going to say chunk a player. No, it doesn't work like that. What I'm saying is we've got a lot of players and a lot of fighters in the squad right now that are showing it. Look at Vieira, for instance. For me, Vieira in 40 minutes has done more than Havertz in 3 games. In my opinion, you can see a little bit.
But he's been here a season.
You can see. He
has been here a season.
Hang on. You can see that he's fighting for his place.
How long's he been
here?
You
can see the fight.
How long's he been here?
You can see the fight. That's
and how long's he been here?
No, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is you can see the fight. Robbie, all I'm saying is don't misconstrue my words here. What I'm saying is he is showing hunger.
True.
Havertz is not giving that to me.
I'm just saying.
That's my point.
No, but the point I'm making, right, I'm saying you have to be a bit patient because Vieira's been here a whole season. Kai Havertz just reached. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, listen, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with what you're saying about, next game dropping him. That's fine.
Yeah.
But binning him, people coming up here saying I've got an agenda against him, that's ridiculous.
I don't have an agenda. I don't have an agenda. I don't have an agenda against players. No, that's not me. And I'm not scapegoating anyone. I'm talking basically based on what I am seeing on the football pitch. And you know that. You know me by now. That's how I look at things. I'm not going to scapegoat or you have a... No, I don't do that. I'm just saying that this guy hasn't proven to me that he needs to be starting games. That's all I'm saying. Please, let's move on to the other things, yeah? If possible. Now, the formation. I have a serious problem. Everybody has said that. I have a serious problem with where Tade plays, right back. Now, if you notice something, in the second half, he was playing more in the midfield before he was substituted. And I think that's because Arteta noticed this is not working. We need more bodies in the midfield, people that can control the game. And when he moved more into the midfield before he was substituted, we can see we had a little bit more control of the game. Do you know what I mean?
Hold on. Yeah. He's playing at right back, but really and truly, he's playing as additional midfielder.
Yes, when we're attacking.
And when we're not attacking, where we were under pressure in the first half, he drops into right back. But in the second half now, where we have more of the ball, that's why he's showing more in the midfield.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not working for us. I need that guy back in the midfield. What I want to see is White playing right back, Gabriel coming back in. There's obviously something going wrong there as far as I'm concerned. We don't know what's going on behind the closed doors, but it sounds like there is a serious problem somewhere between him and Arteta, because it doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. As far as this is my opinion. This is what I think. When you guys come here for your interview, you can tell me your opinion. This is my opinion. This is what I think is happening. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't make any sense, because for me, the partnership between Saliba and Gabriel is the best we've seen, in my opinion, in a long time in Arsenal. That partnership. And White and Bukayo on the right side as well. In my opinion, that is the best partnership. Now, I'm not saying Gabriel is the best defender in the Premier League. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the two of them have an understanding, and it always works well when the two of them play. So for me, Arteta, who I love so much and I respect so much, and I think he's done well for Arsenal in his short time here, I feel he needs to get his screws back together in his head and do something right. Because this experiment of the formation he's doing is not working. Enough said, bro. Thank you.